welcome to my channel. Today I will be sharing some tips and suggestions on how to get your little one to eat and to eat more. I'm sorry for the noise, it's either him or my neighbors, but I thought I would do it while he's awake because I don't want to worry about waking him up while he's napping because he can hear everything in his house. If you've been following me so far, I've decided to take a different path. For my YouTube channel, I will be focusing more on parenthood and baby toddler stuff. As I said, I will be sharing some tips and suggestions on how to get your little one to eat. It can range from anywhere between 8 to 12 months. David is now 15 months, I think. And these are just the things that I've been trying, and also some suggestions from my doctor that have really made a difference and helped us a lot. Take notes. But if you can't hear me, I will type it here or wherever. I know. Every single child is different, every mom, every family, I know. They're all different. So these are just general, basic tips, suggestions. Anyone can try them. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, let them watch. If your child is already used to watching the TV, iPad, phone that they're watching on, if they're used to watching something while eating, then just let them do it. They're already used to it. If you take that away, it might disrupt their routine. For example, with us, I only turn the TV on if it's meal time or if he's snacking right after his meal, so I leave the TV on even though his main meal is finished. Because a lot of kids nowadays are conditioned to watch a screen while they eat already, if you take that away suddenly, it'll just throw them off. It's also an incentive. I turn the TV off if he refuses a bite. I'll communicate with him, if he understands me, that it's eating time, and I'll show him the bowl, I'll show him the spoon, and I'll turn the TV back on, and usually he'll take a bite. Who else likes to watch while they're eating? Adults. When I was pregnant, I was adamant that I would not give David any screen time, but now it's honestly saved us during meal times most of the time because he'll only eat if something is on. I can't really blame them as long as they're eating, and as I said, if they're not, try to turn it off and see if that encourages them to take a bite and to eat. Tip number 2. If they hate the high chair, don't force them to sit in the high chair. We're not using the high chair anymore. It was just a miracle today that he sat in his seat and ate my cooking, which was another miracle because I don't cook. But if they're kicking and screaming and do not want to sit in their high chair, do not force them. Now that I've experienced it, it just makes sense. You don't want to traumatize your kid during or before meal times. You want it to be a really comfortable experience. And this is where tip number 3 comes in. Create a comfortable, happy setting. Be happy. Be positive, be comforting. And everyone says this, if you're frustrated, your kid will sense it. So try to be patient and happy as possible. Even take a bite of the food, show them that you're enjoying it too. I found that this made a huge difference because I'm probably the most impatient person, and meal times were making me really frustrated. Sometimes they still do. He'll have his off days and everything that I thought was working before isn't working that day, but I'll do something as simple as giving him a sip of water or trying the turn off the TV thing, or instead of playing Dave and Ava, I'll put Coco Melon on. And it's just these little things that encourages him to eat. Kids are weird, right? So yeah, to sum up suggestion number 3, just be happy and try not to be frustrated as much as you can. I know it's hard. I know that taking 3 deep breaths is easier said than done, but it honestly makes a world of difference. Your kid feeds off whatever type of energy that you're putting out there. So try to be happy, try to be positive, try to eat the food that you're trying to feed them, and just be positive and happy. Good vibes, good vibes. Tip number 4. This suggestion was given to me by my doctor, and it made probably the most impact on meal times. And she suggested no snacking 1 hour before mealtime, right? As moms, if your kid is unsettled and it's not nap time and they're just playing up and they're just screaming and yelling and going on and on and on, what makes them quiet? a snack, right? So at first I was thinking this is gonna be impossible because every day for the past 4 or 5 months I've been giving David snacks because the doctor said he needed to gain more weight. So I was all about snacks, giving him fruit, giving him bread, giving him crackers, chips, extra milk, just anything you can think of, pita bread I was giving him. And this was as close to 5 minutes before meal times. So when my doctor said to not do that, I panicked, but at the same time it made sense. Because if you do not give them snacks half an hour, 1 hour before mealtime, you know what? They're gonna be hungry for mealtime. And the best thing that might happen will be a higher chance of them eating the entire meal that you give them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will break it down for you guys of what she suggested to me and what I am doing currently. So the breakdown. I have no notes. This is unscripted. So just in here. So say your little one wakes up at 5:30 and you know for sure that they're not going to go back to sleep. Try wait probably until 6 o'clock to feed them their milk. If your little one wakes up at 7, give them their milk straight away, and whatever time that you give them that milk, wait 1 hour, and do not give them a snack. Do not give them bread, do not give them fruit, do not give them what are those little stick things called, the veggie sticks. Just don't give them anything after their milk. Wait at least 1 hour and then give them a proper breakfast. I give him 2 eggs scrambled with probably a teaspoon or so of butter. If we don't have eggs, I'll give him bread and I'll put butter, I'll put peanut butter, I'll put jam on it. And then straight after breakfast, if they want more, give them more. This is good. This is a good sign. Give them more. Fruit. I keep saying fruit because that's what I give David, but honestly it can be anything. Each to their own. You can give them whatever, but keep it probably within an hour to an hour and a half straight after the meal. So say the main meal is at 7 and they finish eating at 7:30 or 8. Make sure that they completely stop eating before 9 o'clock or 10. If your little one's lunchtime is at 11:30, you definitely want them to stop eating before 10 o'clock so that they'll be hungry enough to eat lunch by 11:30. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. Just whenever they finish completely eating, make sure that it is at least an hour to 2 hours before the next main meal. Tip number 5. Don't replace their meal with milk. If they are not eating their meal at all and you're at your wit's end and you're about to give up and they're really frustrated and just not wanting to eat, and I know this is easier said than done as well, it doesn't replace the meal. It's just milk. Milk is good, but it cannot replace a proper meal 100%. After 15 minutes, half an hour, heat up the food again if you have to. Try again, see if they take it. If not, wait another half an hour and see how you go. Tip number 6. Don't give up. This will make them realize that this time is for eating. When you're holding the spoon, holding the bowl, if they need to sit in their seat, or if you have like a special place for them to eat, they need to know that it's eating time and that you're not going to give up. Just because it takes half an hour and you feel like it's taking too long, don't throw out the food. Maybe they still want to eat, but they want to eat in their own time. Some people are like that. Adults are like that. I'm like that. Kids are so smart and adaptable. They'll think that eating time is 5 minutes if you only take 5 to 10 minutes to feed them. Don't give up, guys. The key is to be happy, to be positive, to be persistent and consistent. The overall tip would just be consistency and good vibes. There you have it, guys. I hope some of these tips and suggestions help you get your little one to eat. If this helped you in any way and was informative, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye!